Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, welcome to another edition, another episode of Roll the Tape podcast with Manager Marty. I'm your host, Manager Marty. Come on in. I welcome each and every last one of you who are joining here live in living color. Come on in. Yes, come on in. Let's go. Yeah. Before you grab a seat, please grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, come in. Come on in. You all are welcome. I want to play an excerpt. I'm going to play a few excerpts today, so I need you all to bear with me. I'm going to play an excerpt real quick as everyone else is coming to class right now. Come on in. Yeah. Come on in.
Oh, he's the face of sport of boxing. How do you know this? Because when you face Canelo Alvarez, you get paid like he's the face of the sport of boxing. How do you say, Sway? Because Terrence Crawford, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated, 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, undefeated, 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout, and pound for pound the best fighter of this generation, is going to make a career-high payday, guaranteed purse of $50 million to fight Canelo, and Canelo is reportedly making $150 million to fight Terrence Crawford. So when you fight Canelo, you're going to get a career-high payday. $50 million. Terrence Crawford get more money than Tank Davis to fight Jake Paul. Tank Davis is supposed to get $40 million to fight Jake Paul as the B-side on Netflix to Jake Paul. So, therefore, this just shows that Tank Davis ain't the face of the sport of boxing.
Those were the words of Blue Balls. Excuse me. We have ladies in the chat. Those were the words of Blueberry. Excuse me. Blueberries are soft and plump. Those were the words of Blue Blood Sports TV. Now, before we dive into that and dissect what he said, I want to give a double salute, a shout out to all of the members of the channel and supervisors of the Roll the Tape film crew. In fact, we have one of them that just plugged the air fryer up. We need the air fryer to get to 500 degrees today because we need answers. Double salute to my guy, my brother, Lucky McKinnells. Thank you for your support, man, and your contribution to the channel. Lucky Support says in the super chat, just plugging up the air fryer. Thank you, Lucky. I appreciate it. Now, enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. Timothy Bradley said that Jaron Boots Ennis should watch out for Tio. In other words, is Teofimo Lopez will win against Jaron Boots Ennis if they fought. I mean, look. That's what Timothy Bradley said. Now, I want to say this because I think this is as equally as important. Okay? Everyone is entitled to their opinion and perspective. So I'm not tripping on Timothy Bradley because he said, that Jaron Boots Ennis will lose to Teofimo Lopez if that's his perspective, right? If that's how he feels, if that is his opinion, he's entitled to that. Okay? But I'm just trying to figure out, how can Timothy Bradley say that when Timothy Bradley sat right here, like we all did, and watched Teofimo Lopez's last performance? In fact, people will always say, you're only as good as your last performance. Now, remember, I told you all, I don't subscribe to that adage because it's an old way of thinking when we talk about how business is actually conducted in the business, right? But what I do say is you're only as good as the team and people around you, right? But let's use the old adage because some people still use it. Some people still adopt it. Some people still have that perspective, and I'm cool with that too. But if you're only as good as your last fight, in Teofimo's last fight, he didn't look impressive at all. In fact, he had a lackluster performance against Arnold Barboza. And Arnold Barboza Jr. was extremely inactive in that fight. I mean, all three of the fights on that card looked like glorified sparring matches. I told you all that before by the phone booth. But the point that I'm making is that Teofimo Lopez's last performance doesn't and shouldn't get him a title fight. It shouldn't get him an opportunity to compete for a world championship title. We all know that Boots is a world champion, right? Okay. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. It shouldn't render him an opportunity to get a world title fight. But like I always say, you're only as good as your team and the people around you. Because apparently, Turki Al-Sheikh is fond of him. And the people around him, including Turki, got a hold of Eddie Hearn. And according to Eddie Hearn, and I played the tape the other day live, when Eddie Hearn said it himself out of his mouth in an interview, that they're in negotiations to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, originally in October. But look, Eddie said it's more likely that the fight will happen in August, which is in the next few months. Double salute to my sponsors, the sponsors of this live broadcast, the friends of the channel and the channel's friends, Courtler Mannis LLC. They are personal injury lawyers in the states of Pennsylvania and the state of New Jersey. If you need a personal injury attorney, call them. Numbers at the bottom of your screen. Reach out to them online. Contact information at the bottom of your screen. 267-457-4201. The website is WeFightWeWin.com. I'm not giving them a plug as sponsors just because I want to, or just because it's appropriate to have sponsors. No, I'm doing it because I'm telling you all, if I put my name next to anything, you all know that it's real and it's credible. And I can say that with so much confidence because I have hired them on numerous occasions within the last 10 years and even referred friends and family members to them. And now I'm actually introducing them to you all. Go see my guys, Courtler Mannis LLC, personal injury lawyers in the state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. 267-457-4201. WeFightWeWin.com. Now back to Teofimo Lopez. I always tell you all, and I'm gonna say it again, and pretty soon when the merchandise drop, you're going to see it. Good representation in this business is priceless. It's priceless. I mean, how does Teofimo Lopez get an opportunity to even fight for a world title against Boots in the first place based on his last performance? I mean, that's my question. You know what I mean? Double salute to my guy. He's in the chat. Day one supporter, Matthew Thomas, representing Vegas. Appreciate you, Matt. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Road to Tape film crew, you know Rachel Donier told y'all I was broke. You know Floyd Schofield Sr. threatened to sue me. You know Tim Bradley said he hope I get sued. Come on, y'all. Somebody drop something in the cash app. Help your boy out, please. Times is hard. And don't make me pull my access card out, because you know I will. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Cash app at the bottom of your screen, $ Manager Marty. Come on, y'all. It's entertainment. Wake up. It's early in the morning. We're going to go. Listen, I promise you, we're going to get to our Town Watch check-in on the next show, because we got to get right into it. Look at Cash Crypto starting all this trouble calling me Mac Marty again. What up, Cash? Double salute to my homegirl, Jab Queen Boxing. She's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape film crew. Thank you, Jab Queen, for the contribution and your support. She said, turn the air fryer up. Yup, the air fryer is definitely warming up. I promise you that. So my thing with Tim Bradley is, if that's his opinion, I'm cool with it. But based on Boots' last performance, how can Tim Bradley even say that? You know, a lot of people, right? A lot of people won't give Karen the credit that he deserves. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I'm going to call him Karen, because I think that is how you pronounce his first name, right? Karen, right? The one that Boots fought twice already. He's not an easy fighter to look good against. I'm so serious. I mean, he has skills, but a lot of people don't know who he is, so they don't give him the credit that he deserves because they haven't seen him a lot. He hasn't been exposed to all of the audience members in America, unless you literally like type his name in a search engine. But Karen is a good fighter, right? I want to say this about Boots' performance, like his last couple of performances, right? Because it's interesting to me that that Bill Haney said that the performance that Devin Haney had against Jose Ramirez is about Devin Haney, right? Showing his skill set as the sweet science of boxing teaches. So basically, the way that Devin performed, it was basically to promote the sweet science, right? But the same people, the same content creators, the same media members who are praising Devin Haney's performance against Jose Ramirez were the same ones criticizing Boots when Boots fought Karen in their first fight. Y'all remember that? On the undercard of Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. Y'all remember that, don't you? Some of you remember that. Remember? Oh, Boots can't cut the ring off. Oh, Boots look bad. Oh, Boots couldn't get the knockout. But all of a sudden now, Devin Haney's getting praised. But the difference was that Boots was literally advancing Karen in that first fight. And so was Canelo Alvarez against William Skull. So Canelo Alvarez was getting criticized for his last performance as he was basically being aggressive in his approach to advance William Skull, as William Skull was eluding him and retreating. And so was Boots being criticized. You see, what I'm getting at is people pick and choose when they want to uplift a fighter or when they want to criticize a fighter. And I'm talking about Tim Bradley as well. I mean, let's put it in perspective. I mean, Tim Bradley was criticizing Ryan Garcia for weeks after Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney. Some of y'all might not remember that. But that's exactly what happened. I've done several different videos on Tim Bradley's contradiction when he was criticizing Ryan Garcia. And all of a sudden, Tim Bradley now is giving credit to Ryan Garcia when he jumped on Greg Hackett's platform, and I've published a video on this, and he said he heard that Ryan Garcia did not intentionally cheat and that it's a possibility that the supplements that he used were contaminated. And that was based on what Tim Bradley claimed he heard from a heavily reliable source, that he said he'll leave his children alone with this person that told him that. That's how well he trusts this person, this source that told him that. Just like when Timothy Bradley, and I've done a video on this, where he criticized Tank Davis, called Tank Davis a scumbag, said he doesn't respect men like Tank Davis, insulted Tank Davis, criticized Tank Davis because of the allegations of domestic violence when obviously Tank Davis's baby mom, or that's the hood speech, that's how the hood talk, baby mom, but the mother of his child called law enforcement and told law enforcement that Gervonta Tank Davis assaulted her physically. And then it came out that that is not true. That did not happen. But long and behold, Tim Bradley, he comes out and says that Tank is my guy. I like Tank Davis just a few months ago. So what I'm getting at is, I don't know if Tim Bradley is really believing in his heart that Teofimo can beat Boots, or is he saying that because of his relationship with Tio, obviously because of them both having close ties with Bob Arum and ESPN for many years? I don't know. But all I know is if you're basing it on the old adage of you're only as good as your last fight, Boots scored a technical knockout in his last fight. And he won in his last two fights compared to what Teofimo looked like in his last performance and in his last fight. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Teofimo Lopez cannot beat Jaron Boots Ennis, and Tim Bradley knows it, and so does all of you. I'm not mad if people have their own perspective and opinion. I think we all should be entitled to that. But you mean to tell me Cambosos can drop Teofimo Lopez? And Boots can't? You mean to tell me Sandor Martin, and I watched that fight too. That was on the same night that Terrence Crawford fought David Evanesian, Sandor Martin. You mean to tell me Sandor Martin can drop Teofimo Lopez? And Boots can't? You mean to tell me that because Teofimo is so agile. That's what Tim Bradley said, is because Tio is so agile. You mean to tell me that because Teofimo Lopez is so agile, Boots can't catch him? I'm just asking. Because Tio is a good counterpuncher? I'm just asking. You think Boots gonna come in that ring looking like Arnold Barboza? Because if Boots don't come in the ring looking like Arnold Barboza Jr. and Teofimo Lopez performed the way he did, he's in trouble. So that's all I'm trying to figure out with Tim Bradley. Sometimes he played the hot game and sometimes he played the cold game. So I don't know if he really means that sincerely or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wanted to squeeze something in this live real quick, but I need the air fryer to warm up. I really do. It's plugged up, but it's not warming up. Cash App at the bottom of your screen. Also, super chats, super thanks, and even if you join the channel, are greatly appreciated. All your contributions, including the most valuable asset is your time. Greatly appreciated. So I'm just trying to figure out about Tim Bradley. Does he really, really believe that Teofimo Lopez can beat or dominate Jaron Boots Ennis? Now, with that being said, I want to squeeze. I really wish we had some more super chats because I want to squeeze something in about Clarissa Shields. I don't want to wait until tomorrow. I really don't. I will. I really want to squeeze this in. I have a question for Clarissa. I really do. I want to ask her a question. I really, really do. Double salute to my guy, Matthew Thomas. I got it. I know that's Ebonics, y'all. It's still early in the morning. I can talk like this. I know I have educated audience members. I have it. I retrieved the Cash App. Thank you so very much, Matthew Thomas. Really appreciate you in the Cash App. Showing up real big in the Cash App too, Matt. Much love and respect for you as always. Thank you so much. Mr. Finesse, double salute to my guy, Mr. Finesse. Thank you for the contribution and your support. Mr. Finesse says in the super chat, hey, salute, MM. Get the air fryer scalding hot. You know what? I definitely am. We got the Cash App from Matt. We just got the super chat from Mr. Finesse. I have a question for you, Clarissa. I know this wasn't in my title, but the air fryer is warming up. I mean, it's really hot right now. I have the question for Clarissa. And I know a lot of people going to get mad because, people, they want to hear favorable things about black people from black people. And I get that. I do. But I'm just trying to figure out, it don't matter if you black or whatever color or race, culture, ethnic background you are. I just have to speak the truth regardless. I have a question for Clarissa Shields. I mean, I do. I really have a question for her. Double salute to 2 Cents Boxing. She's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Tape film crew. The air fryer is warming up hotter than what y'all think it is. I promise you it's at 400 degrees. 2 Cents Boxing, thank you for your contribution and your support in the super chat. 2 Cents Boxing says, gonna turn it up. Go on, turn it up. I'm turning it up. I'm turning it up. Yes, indeed. I have a question for Clarissa. I know I do. I have several questions for her, actually, but I want to play an excerpt of something that she said in a recent interview. And she was referring to Teofimo Lopez, since we are talking about Teofimo Lopez. I know this wasn't in the headlines or the title, but that's why I'm glad you're here. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. But she said something, and it perked my ears up. It caught my attention. It captured my imagination. And I wanted to ask a question to her about it because it just makes me think about the word that is so highly offensive, the N word? It's just a question that I have for her. That's all. Yeah, I just want to ask her something because I figured, since she said it, I figured I'd be able to ask her. Okay? I'm gonna ask you. Hold on, let me see if we can find that clip real quick. Because I just want to play it for you all. So that when you all hear what she says, we all can be on the same page. Right? Okay, I found it. Double salute to my guy, Victor. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel, Vic. Vic says, turn it up just a little more. Okay, listen. Thank you again, Vic. Hey, they're telling me to turn the air fryer up, hotter than what it is. And I'm about to right now. And then we're going to get to blue balls. Oops. Sorry, ladies. We got ladies in the chat. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm a gentleman. Y'all know I'm highly respectable to the ladies. I apologize for that. I'm going to play an audio and talk about what Blueberry said. Okay, that's not his name. No, because blueberries are plump and they're sweet. So I figured that's not his name. Okay. I meant to say blue blood. Blue blood. We're going to get what he said. Double salute to my guy, Day One supporter, Lifeline Music TV. In the super chat, appreciate you, big dog. You just got the super chat up 425 degrees. We need the super. Listen, I meant the super chat and the air fryer 425. We need the air fryer to jump up 500 degrees. We almost there, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roller Tape Film Crew. I love my family. I love y'all. I really do. And I'm not saying that because of the money, because it sounds like it was like right after I said the money part. No, I'm just saying I love what I do here. I love when you all are listening to me. You all are learning something about the business of boxing. I give you so many different thought-provoking perspectives, right? And I'm able to be who I am and entertain you all. I love that. And I love the fact that you all give me feedback and you support me through thick and thin. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Let me ask a question to Clarissa. I just want understanding, y'all, because the air fryer is warming up now. Like my man Matthew Thomas say in the live chat, I'm going to put it up on your screen. Matt says this. He said, Manager Marty, there is a lot of goalpost moving and repositioning. They forgot that these videos never go away. Woo! Hey, you know I'm Mr. Roller Tape, Matt. They keep forgetting. I don't forget about the old video. That's why I always post the old interviews where people used to say, what they used to believe. And if they still believe the same thing, then I can keep my same questions that I had before. But if they change their perspective and they evolved, I don't think they should get criticized. All right? Flyer frequency. I never said anything about another man. I see what you're trying to get at. Don't let me put the link out there, Flyer. Only reason I didn't put the link out this morning is because StreamYard keep playing games with the audio every time I include a guest on the panel for the show. I don't know why they doing that. I don't know what the problem is. But enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. Clarissa Shields was asked a question about T.O.F. Let me let y'all hear which I just have a question for it. That's all. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
All right, then the Teofimo Lopez, he said the N word or he said liquor. What was it? What did you think that he said?
I don't know, but whichever one, hopefully he take that up with God and he be a good person. But nobody should be saying those type of words if they're not from where we're from.
All right. Did y'all hear that? I know it was a lot of noise in Clarissa Shields' background because she was conducting an interview with Fight Hype while she was actually in the boxing gym. Okay? I'm going to play it again because some people probably didn't get a chance to hear that. I'm going to play it again. Okay? I'm gonna play it again. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna repeat every word that she said, but I want to play it again so we all can be on the same page. Okay, here it is. Roll the tape.
And Teofimo Lopez, he said the N word or he said liquor. What was it? What did you think that he said?
I don't know, but whichever one, hopefully he take that up with God and he be a good person. But nobody should be saying those type of words if they're not from where we're from.
All right. I'm gonna repeat what she said. The question was, Teofimo used the N-word, or maybe he said the word liquor. We don't know which one it is. What do you think about it? Clarissa Shields said, hopefully he takes it up with God and he becomes a good person. But no one, if he did use, she said, if he did use that word, no one should use that word. No one should use it if they're not from where we are from. I have a question on that. Let's say Teofimo did use the N-word. Let's say he did use the N-word, right? Clarissa Shields said that no one should use that word if they're not from where we are from. So he did use the N-word, from what I heard. I don't think he said the word liquor. But I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with the N-word, Clarissa. No, I'm asking Clarissa. I want to ask her because I have a reason for this. I want to ask Clarissa Shields, what's wrong with the N-word? Double salute to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate your support and contribution in the chat. In the super chat, Big Dog Willie says in the super chat, Jake Paul versus Tank, November 22nd, Las Vegas. My thumbnail picture, say it all. The fight is on. Tank, what was that? Tank Maniacs? Okay. Tank Maniacs, don't be mad. And I quote, it's just business, end quote. Don't hate. We're going to get into that, Big Dog Willie. I thank you for your super chat and bringing that up. I want to ask Clarissa Shields a question or two, and then we're going to get right into Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Okay? All right, so hold your horses, Big Dog Willie. I need you to stay right where you at. We're going to get right into it. Okay, now, Flyer Frequency started this, Lucky. I wasn't going to touch this, Lucky. Hey, Lucky McKinnels, I wasn't going to touch this. I wasn't even going I wasn't going to speak on this. Hey, Jab Queen, I promise you I wasn't going to speak on it. But see, listen, Flyer Frequency said it. It's on the screen now. Don't get mad at me when I bring this up. It had nothing to do with what I was going to say. But since he said that now, hey, they opened the door. I got to walk through it. But I want to question Clarissa about something. She said that Teofimo Lopez or anyone else should not be allowed to use the N-word unless they are from where we from. Her exact words were, he shouldn't use the N-word or use that word if he's not from where we from. So I have a question. Well, what's wrong with the N-word? No, I want to know. I want to know what's wrong with it. What's wrong with the N-word? What's wrong with it? I'm asking because she's limited to only a certain group of people that should be allowed to use it. I want to know what's wrong with it in the first place. I'm just asking. Because the last time I checked, Teofimo Lopez, I'm asking because the last time I checked, Teofimo Lopez, he's from Brooklyn, New York. What I'm trying to say is the last time I checked, I think he was, I think he lived around, I think he went to, what I'm trying to get at is, he grew up around black people, right? He was born and raised around black people. He has been embraced by the community. He's actually from Brooklyn, New York. No, I'm asking what's wrong with the word. I'm asking Clarissa that for a reason. When we talk about Teofimo Lopez, that's what I'm asking, because he's from Brooklyn, New York. No, I'm asking, what's wrong with the N-word? No, I'm trying to figure out, why do she believe that Teofimo shouldn't use that word? He's from Brooklyn, New York, right? I mean, is he? I'm asking. Is he from Brooklyn, New York, or not? I think he is from Brooklyn, New York, right? Okay, so all I'm saying is, what's wrong with the N-word? I'm asking that question to Clarissa Shields, because she said if he's not where we from, he shouldn't be allowed to use it. But the last time I checked, Teofimo Lopez is from Brooklyn, New York. No, that's what I'm asking her. I wanted to ask her that question on that. When I say he's from there, that means that when he gets announced to the ring, because I thought he was born and raised in Brooklyn. That's what I thought. But I'm now being told in the live chat he's actually from Florida. Okay, so I apologize on the part where he's born and raised. So he's from Florida. So I don't know if he lived around black people in Florida or not, or if he was embraced by the black community in Florida. I know for a fact that when he lives and grew up in Brooklyn, New York, he's from New York. So basically, it's only for black people. Is basically what I'm saying. I'm talking about he grew up with black people, right? He grew up in Brooklyn, New York. He went to school with black people. He was embraced by the black community, just like other, Puerto Ricans and stuff like that. I'm asking, is the word only allowed for blacks, the N-word? Because the last time I checked, people from Florida don't even buy Teofimo Lopez tickets like that. No, the last time I checked, he hasn't headlined a card in Florida. All of the cars that he's headlined where the people are buying his actual tickets is from where he grew up at as a teenager all the way up until now is like in New York. They embrace him in New York. That's what I'm really getting at. So that's the reason why I'm asking. Because he is from New York, basically. No, I'm saying, is it only reserved for black people, that N-word? It's just a question. I just want to know, is it only reserved for blacks? Okay, let me tell y'all why I'm really asking Clarissa that question. All right, I'm about to tell y'all why. Air fryer up 425 degrees, 425 degrees. We're going to get into Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Just stay with me.
The love is genuine. You can tell it's a different feel. Babyface was right on that song. She got that with heart like a ball player. I be getting gigs and I pay for it in full. This ain't that fake vibe that you used to. Nah, this shit is real. I'm so allergic to fake people. I need some real. Slaves, y'all would be house niggas. We in the field.
Stop. What the? Whoa, Pat Pooch. Hold on, Pat. Hold on, Pat. Did y'all hear that? No, that was a freestyle that Pat Pooch did, and Clarissa Shields was next to him, and the freestyle that he was doing was about Clarissa Shields, and I thought I heard him say house, And then I heard him say slave. Hold up. I want to make sure that we all on the same page. The air fryer is warming up now. Hold on. That's why I asked Clarissa Shields about that N-word. That's why I'm asking her about that. I'm going to play that last piece again. I just want to make sure we on the same page. Hold on. They saying the audio messing up. Is static again? Y'all telling me it's static? Hold on. I want to see something. Hold on.
Women will. We ain't chasing a good time. We just sit and chill, eating, watching Michael B. Jordan. That movie sent us here. The love is genuine. You can tell it's a different feel. Babyface is right on that song. She got that with it. Whoa! I be getting stills and I pay for it in full. We don't split the bill. This ain't that fake vibe that you used to. Nah, this shit is real. I'm so allergic to fake people. I need some Benadryl. Slaves, y'all would be house niggas. We in the field.
He said if we were slaves, he said if we were slaves, y'all would be house niggas, the N-word, ninjas. People say ninjas now. He said if we were slaves, y'all would be house ninjas. That's what Papoose said in that freestyle y'all just heard. Clarissa Shields was standing right next to him when he said that. So I'm just trying to figure out if Papoose can use the N-word in front of Clarissa Shields and she was smiling from ear to ear, then how come Teofimo Lopez can't use it? No, what I'm getting at is y'all told me that Teofimo Lopez grew up in New York. Well, isn't Papoose from New York too? No, Clarissa Shields says in that interview, nobody should be using the N-word if they're not from where we from. But Teofimo Lopez is from New York. And he has been embraced by the black community. And he grew up around the black community as a teenager. And he went to school with the black community. I'm just trying to figure out, Teofimo Lopez is from New York. So if he can't say it, how come Papoose, who's from New York, how come he can say the N-word? I'm just asking the question. Listen, I'm just asking. No. Where are the black activists when you need them? Don't let me call them by name. Y'all know who these content creators are. That's black activists. I just want to know. Flyer Frequency says on your screen, and I promise you we're going to get on with the show. Because I don't mean to start no controversy. Okay, I do mean to start controversy. But Flyer Frequency, he says Clarissa and Pap are the new black love. Let's not tarnish, please. I don't understand what you're talking. I don't know what does black love mean? What does that mean? I didn't know that love had a color associated with it. What does black love mean? Flyer Frequency. What is black love? What is that? I thought love was just love. I didn't know love had like a color to it. What is love? What is black love? No, tell me, because I don't want to miss out on it. You know what I mean? No, but I'm just saying that. No, what I'm saying is Teofimo Lopez, he was raised in New York as a teenager around blacks. His biggest and largest demographic is in New York. But I'm just saying he can't use the word according to Clarissa Shields because he's not from where we from. But Papoose is from New York. But he can use the N-word. So that's why I'm asking. I don't want to misinterpret people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking. That's all. Double salute to Big Dog Willie. He busted a U-turn. He spent the block. Came back in the super chat one more again, and he said this in the super chat. Manager Marty, can you supersize my profile picture so everyone can see what's coming in November? When you talked about Tank, okay, let me read it again. I'm sorry. Manager Marty, can you supersize my profile pic so everyone can see what's coming in November? When you talk about Tank versus Jake Paul, keep grinding. Big Dog Willie, I'm gonna tell you, unfortunately, StreamYard don't allow me to zoom in to like pictures. If I knew how to do it, yes, I would do it because you super chatted and you asked me. I don't think they allow me to like click your profile picture and just balloon it up on the screen because that's what we use in the StreamYard platform right now, which is acting up on me right now anyway in the background. It's really acting up on me. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know how to do that. But I will say this. We're going to get into that. Stay right there, Big Dog. Big Dog Willie, stay right there. Don't move. We're going to talk about that. Hold on. But I'm just trying to figure out if the N-word is so derogatory, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll to Tape film crew. If it's so derogatory, if it's so offensive, this is just me, right? If it's so offensive and hurtful to black people, then nobody should use it, right? No, I'm asking. Nobody should use it if it make a black person feel that uncomfortable. No one should be able or allowed to use it. Double salute to my guy, spinning the block one more again with the super chat. Mr. Finesse, thank you, Mr. Finesse. Mr. Finesse says, these black Power Rangers and their selective blackness is out of control. You can't make sense of the senseless. Thank you, Mr. Finesse, and that's exactly where I was getting at. Thank you. We can't have this selective outrage. If Teofimo Lopez can't use the N-word, Papoose can't use it either. No, I know people gonna get mad at me for speaking on this, but I gotta keep it real. It don't make a difference if you are black or not. If the term that starts with the letter N and ends with the letter A, that have the letters in between IGGA, or it starts with the letter N or end with the letter R, but have the letters IGGE in the middle, it don't make a difference. If it's that offensive to blacks, I say nobody should use it. I mean, that's what I say. That's just me personally. No one should use it. Good morning, Ariana. She's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Tape film crew. Good morning, Ariana. So that's all I'm saying. If Ryan Garcia can't use the N-word, Papoose can't. If Teofimo Lopez can't use the N-word, Papoose can't. That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad at us. Please don't get mad at us. Don't get mad at us, the Roll to Tape film family, because we're just putting it out there for what it is. Now, I'm going to say this last point, and we're going to get the Tank versus Jake Paul. Flyer Frequency, he wants my attention. I'm going to give it to him. He wants 20 seconds of fame. I'm going to give it to him. He said, don't tarnish black love. What's black love? I hope what I'm seeing between Clarissa Shields and Papoose, I hope that's not considered black love. Because I didn't know love had a color to it. I'm just asking, I don't really do the black love thing. All I'm trying to figure out is Papoose is wearing a snack shirt. Don't let me put the picture up because I screenshotted it. I don't know what that's about. All I'm trying to say is Papoose is driving her car. All I'm trying to figure out is Papoose was in interviews saying how much of a fan he was of Clarissa before he even met her. I don't know if that's what you mean. Is that black love? I don't know if that's what you. I don't know if that's black love. I don't know. I don't know if that's black love. I mean, when Clarissa Shields is doing interviews now on Sway, is it called Sway in the Morning? Yeah, Sway in the Morning. All of a sudden now, Papoose has a microphone, and they asking him about boxing now. I'm just saying, I'm asking. I mean, the last time I checked, I heard, I don't know how true this is because it's none of my business, but since they talked about black love, I heard that Papoose is still legally married. Is that black love? No, I'm asking. I don't know if that's black. That's why I'm asking. Is that black love? You still being legally married, but then you're still. No, I don't know. I'm just asking. Is that black love? I mean, I would recommend that divorce be finalized, and then go to your hip. I don't know. I used to be married, so I just figured. No, that's why I'm asking about black love, because technically speaking, if you're still legally married, you should go through your actual divorce first, and then after you go through your divorce, then you go through your healing process. And then after you go through your healing process, then you begin to invest in another person to date them, right? Because you have improved as an individual. I'm not here to be a marriage counselor. I don't know. Is that black love? That's what I'm asking, man. Is that black love? I mean, the guy is wearing the snack shirt. The guy is in interviews being asked about boxing, sitting next to Clarissa Shields, or at least 2 seats away from her. Sounds like he's getting a lot of publicity for being with her. So I don't know if that's black love or not. I just saw him wearing that snack shirt and opening a water bottle to give her water when she was training in the ring, at the gym, That's all. I don't know if that's black love. I don't know. But that's why I was asking. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, let's get to Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Let's get to that because everybody keep talking about it. Jake Paul, Tank Davis, they supposed to fight. I want to play something that Jake Paul actually said, if y'all don't mind. I want to play something that Jake Paul actually said. Because I figured, he should be the one speaking on it. Tank Davis, should be the one speaking on it. And I'm trying to find it because I think I did save it. Let's see. Because I remember Jake Paul. Oh, it was a short. It was a short video, so they might not. Might not have saved it. But anyway, yeah, so Jake Paul basically said that the negotiation was on the 1 yard line. Okay. As an exhibition. And the fight fell through. I'm just trying to figure out, and I know nobody else probably brought this point up, right? But when we talk about Jake Paul, I'm just trying to figure out, right? Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, right? He fought Mike Tyson on Netflix. Y'all remember that, right? So he fought Mike Tyson on Netflix in November of 2024, right? 8 rounder, and he weighed in at 227 pounds. I'm talking about Jake Paul did. Jake Paul weighed in at 227 pounds. We don't know how much he rehydrated to and what he walks around in. Right? So what I'm saying is, how is Jake Paul, let's say he weighed in at 227 pounds, right? When he fought Mike Tyson. And then right after that, the day of the actual fight, he rehydrated. Let's just say he rehydrated. I'm just using this as a reference. Let's say he rehydrated 240 pounds, right? Let's say he walks around between 240 and 250 pounds. I'm just saying, let's just say he does. So you mean to tell me he's supposed to lose about 60 pounds and Tank Davis is supposed to gain 60 pounds? So Jake Paul is supposed to lose 60 and Tank Davis is supposed to gain 60. For what? I want to have another question about that. See, I'm asking thought-provoking questions for a reason. How come this will be an exhibition match and not an actual sanctioned bout by any of the sanctioning bodies or the athletic commission in the country of the United States? Why won't they sanction this bout? I mean, I have the answer to that, but I'm asking you all. The likelihood of this fight happening is extremely slim. Seriously. No one asked Julio Chavez Jr. to come out of retirement, who haven't competed in the last several years in the first place, to come out of retirement to fight Jake Paul. Right? Right? So that's all I'm saying. So here's the thing, and I want to go back for a minute because I see what's being said in the live chat. So I don't care about Papoose and Clarissa Shields being in love. I don't care about that. Salute to them. I was only bringing up Papoose because he used the N-word while he was standing next to Clarissa Shields and she was smiling ear to ear because the freestyle he did when he used that word was about her. And what I was saying, based on what Clarissa Shields said in her interview, that Teofimo Lopez or no one else should use the N-word if they not where we from. So what I'm saying is that if Teofimo Lopez is from New York and so is Papoose, then what's the difference? If the word is so egregious, if the word is so inflammatory, if the word is so derogatory, if the word is so offensive, then how come anyone, black included, get a pass for using it? Basically, I was speaking on the selective outreach. So that's the only reason why I brought up Papoose. I just want to make sure we all clear on that. Just to make sure, and I know some of you may have missed that coming in here late, but I'm just letting you know. Okay? And someone's bringing up Easy the Block Captain, who is from my city, Philadelphia. Everybody know Easy the Block Captain, the battle rap was from Philly. And somebody's mentioning the fact that Papoose put his hands on that man or physically assaulted that man or whatever. That don't have anything to do with me. All I'm saying is no one should be able to use the word if it's that offensive to blacks. We can't have selective outrage with that word. And an interviewer from Fight Hype asked Clarissa Shields about Teofimo using the N-word. That's what made this come up in the first place. I just wanted to make sure we were clear on that. Now, I'm just asking questions about Tank Davis and Jake Paul. I need to see paperwork. If Jake Paul is going to fight Tank Davis, whether it be in November, whether it be whether it be, in January, whether it be in August, no, doesn't matter when people are saying, you know, when the fight's going to happen. I'm just saying if the fight's going to happen between Jake Paul and Tank Davis, where Tank Davis will have to put on 60 additional pounds, and Jake Paul is going to have to lose 60, at least a minimum of 60 pounds to come together at a catch weight. I need to see paperwork on that. I didn't know you were from Philly too, Flyer Frequency. What part of Philly you from, Flyer Frequency? That had nothing to do with nothing, y'all. That was just me and Frequency having a conversation in the chat. But I'm just saying, where's the paperwork on it? On this channel, we don't do hearsay. I know I promise y'all I'm gonna let y'all go. I know we passed time, but I just have to make sure we on the same page. Where is the paperwork? So I need paperwork on something else. And this is something that Blue Blood Sports TV said. And I want to play it for you, if y'all don't mind. I promise y'all I'm going to let y'all go after this. I just wanted to clarify a few things about this Jake Paul versus Tank Davis situation. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout at 35 years of age. Oh, he's the face of the sport of boxing. How do you know this? Because when you face Canelo Alvarez, you get paid like he's the face of the sport of boxing. How do you say, Sway? Because Terrence Crawford, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated, 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, undefeated, 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout, and pound for pound the best fighter of this generation, is going to make a career-high payday, guaranteed purse of $50 million to fight Canelo, and Canelo is reportedly making $150 million to fight Terrence Crawford. So when you fight Canelo, you're going to get a career-high payday. $50 million. Terrence Crawford get more money than Tank Davis to fight Jake Paul. Tank Davis is supposed to get $40 million to fight Jake Paul as the B-side on Netflix to Jake Paul. So therefore, this just shows that Tank Davis ain't the face of the sport of boxing.
Those were the words of Bluebird. Those were the words of Blue Ball. Those were the words of Blue Blood Sports TV. Now, I have a question on that. Because you just heard Blue Blood say that Terrence Crawford is going to make $50 million and Canelo is going to make $150 million when they both fight against each other. Where is the paperwork? From now on, that's what I want to see. I've been around the business too long. I just want to see the paperwork. People keep reporting on these things. I want to see the paperwork. Where's the paperwork? If Canelo Alvarez is going to earn $150 million, where's the paperwork? If Terrence Crawford is going to earn $50 million to fight Canelo Alvarez, where is the paperwork? Show it. See, when we start talking about purses on YouTube and the fighter's money, I'm going to need paperwork now. Where's the paperwork? Where's the evidence? Where's the proof? How can we substantiate these reports from YouTubers, content creators, and even reporters? and journalists. How? Where's the paperwork? It's the same thing I said to Floyd Schofield Sr. yesterday and the day before yesterday. Where's the paperwork? Everybody keep throwing all these numbers out there. I mean, I don't care. That's why I don't talk about people, purses, and pocket watch what these fighters make. Because I know what it is. I'm in the business. I do the paperwork. I know what time it is. Yeah. I know. Oh man, this person is making $3 million. And the whole time the person only making 400,000. I get it. I've been around. I already know. That's why I'm asking, where's the paperwork? If Tank Davis is earning $40 million to fight Jake Paul, according to Blue Blood, where is the paperwork? If Jake Paul and Tank Davis is fighting in November, where is the paperwork? I don't want to hear a journalist say this or that. I don't want to hear a content creator say this or that. I need to see the paperwork. If you're going to report on it, please have the paperwork. Please show evidence. We can't keep going by hearsay, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. Where the paperwork at? If Tank Davis is going to be the B-side to Jake Paul, where is the paperwork? And by the way, Tank Davis is the face of boxing, and everyone knows that. Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing, and everyone knows that. Who said you can't have two faces of boxing? And what difference does it make? I'm going to tell you what difference it makes. Let's listen to what Blue Blood said. Because some of y'all must have forgot what he said 2 years ago. And I'm going to roll the tape on it because this is why it makes a difference. Let's hear what he said in a video that he did when someone basically challenged him by telling people that Terrence Crawford earned $10 million when he fought David Evanesian. Don't take my word for it.
Roll it, Tank. He was a fan of Terrence Crawford. Why would you be in here acting like this man is running around lying about the purse that he's receiving? You should be bigging him up. You should be uplifting him. Let's say he didn't. Let's say he got 10 million. You should be telling people he got 12.
Did y'all hear that? Now I want to make sure we know what's going on. Don't get mad at me. He said those words. I'm going to run it back and play it again. Roll the tape.
He was a fan of Terrence Crawford. Why would you be in here acting like this man is running around lying about the purse that he's receiving? You should be bigging him up. You should be uplifting him. Let's say he didn't. Let's say he got 10 million. You should be telling people he got 12.
Y'all heard that, right? That's why it matters. Because people get favorites when they're supposed to be objective. And they want people to inflate the purse numbers of others. They want you to lie and say that their favorite fighter or the fighter that's contributing to their channel or the fighter that is giving them clout and the fighter that gives them free content, you should lie for them. That's why it matters to certain people when we talk about purses on YouTube. The man said, if you are a Terrence Crawford fan, why would you be walking around sitting here challenging the fact that Terrence Crawford or anyone is saying that he's going to make 10 million? You should be bigging him up. You should be saying If Terrence Crawford did come out and say, or somebody come out and say, well, Terrence Crawford made $10 million, as a fan of his, you should come out and say he made $12 million. And later on in that same uh, piece, he said you should speak it into existence. I have the tape. Y'all know I can roll all of it, but for time constraints, I'll just leave it right there. So you mean to tell me Blue Blood is telling people and told his audience members that if their favorite fighter is quote unquote reportedly earning or reportedly making this amount of money, they should go out and lie and inflate the numbers and say they're actually going to make more. Big them up, speak it into existence. Is that the guy that says that Tank Davis is not the face of boxing? Tank Davis is the face of boxing. Just like Blue Blood said, and I just played it for you a few moments ago, that Canelo Alvarez gives his opponents their biggest payday. So does Tank Davis. See, a lot of people don't like Tank Davis. See, a lot of people don't like PBC fighters. See, a lot of people don't like PBC. So they won't say favorable things toward them, even if it's true. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, people know what Blue Blood be saying about Canelo. And people know what Blue Blood say about Tank Davis. Come on now, we got to keep it real. The man said in that same piece, I have the tape because I did a video on him reacting to this. It's self-hate. Because he threw a shot at me when he was speaking on that 2 years ago. That's what, kind of started a little bit of the beef between the guy and I on YouTube. You got self-hate when you talk against a black person. No, if it's true, I don't care if you black or not. I'm going to tell the truth regardless. You got self-hate if you don't lie and say that Bud Crawford made $12 million. If you criticize the fact that he's fighting David Evanizio and BLK Prime instead of fighting Errol Spence, who he should have fought immediately, you got self-hate. That's the guy we talking about? Once again, Blue Blood reporting that Canelo Alvarez gonna make $150 million and Bud gonna make $50 million because that's reported. But show the paperwork. That Tank Davis gonna make $40 million to fight Jake Paul when they fight. Show the paperwork and show the paperwork that they gonna fight. I haven't seen anything by any sanctioning body. See, I'm not talking about flyers and posters and reports. Y'all have to prove to me that Jake Paul and Tank Davis is going to fight. I don't believe it's going to happen under any circumstances. Tank Davis usually stay within his weight range. I mean, look, we even know that he put and it wasn't just him, it was his representation, put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia and was criticized for it. Now, the same people, watch this, the same people that criticized Tank Davis for putting a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia are the same ones praising Jake Paul for going down in weight to fight Tank Davis. Which one is it, y'all? Y'all can't keep having it both ways. Y'all was criticizing Tank Davis when he put the rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, but now it's cool for him to meet Jake Paul at a catch weight by putting on 60 additional pounds and Jake Paul losing a minimum of 60 pounds to fight Tank? Come on, y'all. Make it make sense to me. The last time I checked, when this was all being quote-unquote reported, Canelo Alvarez was the opponent for Jake Paul. Y'all remember that? When people kept reporting that Tank Davis was going to fight Jake Paul was pursuing a fight with Canelo in Texas. at AT&T Stadium. Y'all forgot about that? Oh, okay then. Where is the paperwork? Where's the proof? I don't ask for much. I just want to see the paperwork. If these content creators, YouTubers, reporters, and journalists don't come with evidence and paperwork, I won't believe it until it happens. Why would Jake Paul get any credit for going after a small Tank Davis? Why? He just got finished weighing in at 227 pounds to fight Mike Tyson. Now he's fighting another retired guy in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And it's okay. It's good for business. I applaud Jake Paul and his brother, particularly Jake Paul, because he's taken the sport of boxing seriously. But at the end of the day, chasing small fighters you don't get no credit for that. I'm talking about when you taking the sport seriously. That's all I'm saying. It's so many other fighters out there that can generate the money to fight Jake Paul. I don't want to see Tank Davis balloon up to 60 pounds. Me personally, I don't want to see it. And then he has to still watch the health effects that people overlook. That's why you ain't gonna find a sanctioning body in this country or athletic commission in this country sanction that bout. Because Tank Davis will have to go all the way back down to his natural weight to fight and compete in a professional bout. Weight fluctuations are not popular unless you want something. I'm going to leave that alone. But there's nothing conducive to a professional fighter jumping 60 pounds up to come all the way back down to drop 70 to 80 pounds just to go into an actual professional fight. Because that was supposed to be an exhibition that's being reported between him and Jake Paul, correct? Oh, okay then. But no athletic commission or sanctioning body in the country of the United States is going to sanction that bout. It's for a reason. And that's the part that I want to put in the forefront of all of your minds. There's a reason for that. It's called safety. It's called safety. That's what that's called. Double salute to Miss Barbara D, member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. It's called safety. Okay? I just wanted to make sure we were all clear on that. So I don't agree with Blue Blood when he says that Tank Davis is not the face of boxing. Tank Davis is the face of boxing. Believe that. And that's why he was able to have enough juice in this business to include a rehydration clause against Ryan Garcia. And that's why he have enough juice to pick and choose who he want to fight and when it's conducive for him to fight. Jake Paul don't get any credit for fighting a smaller Tank Davis who would have to gain a minimum of 60 pounds. And then after that fight is over, drain himself 70 to 80 pounds. And I'm talking about 70 to 80, meaning the 10 to 20 pounds of rehydration after the fight that Tank Davis will have to walk around with. That makes absolutely no sense. But the same people that criticize Tank Davis for adding the rehydration clause to Ryan Garcia are the same ones that's applauding Jake Paul fighting Tank Davis. What a difference a couple of years made. I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it.